Water connects us all. From the hills of Koboko to the mouth of the Nile in Obongi, the Kochi River is the heartbeat of this land. But the heart was falling. Recognizing the urgency, the government of Uganda, through the Ministry of Water and Environment, launched an intervention under the Integrated Water Management and Development Project with support from the World Bank. The International Institute for Rural Reconstruction in joint venture with Air Water Earth were contracted by the ministry as contractor, while the Worldwide Fund for Nature Uganda Country Office WWF was contracted as supervising consultant.
Our role as WWF in this program was to support the Ministry of Water and Environment to oversee the implementation, the quality compliance, and all other specifications in the scope of work of this program to make sure it can succeed, having community engagement and local leadership participation to succeed. WWF were called upon because of the experience and expertise in water governance, and we believe we have actually achieved that because of the success that we can see on this program.
It is the only river that supplies Koboko district with the drinking water. That's why we as the district looked at the river being something important to us. And when we don't do something on it, it will one day, let me say, disappear because of high levels of encroachment and the other activities that people are doing within the wetland.
This is the story of how 3 communities came together to bring it back to life. The journey begins in Koboko. Here, the challenge was gravity. Rainwater was washing the topsoil and the farmers' livelihoods straight to the river. In places like Abuku and Media, the International Institute for Rural Reconstruction in joint venture with Air Water Earth trained over 1,000 community members to build trenches and bands. These are traps for life, catching the rain and keeping the soil where it belongs.
Actually, I benefit a lot from them, especially in terms of soil erosion. It helped me to stop washing away the soil, the topsoil, which is used to go away towards that end of the river. Actually, it reduces it. And these trenches, whereby we have the grass strips, which we planted like this vetiver grass, when it rains heavily, the water which you used to run heavily is now entering towards slowly and absorbed by the crops. Actually, it improves the facility of the soil of mine.
Under the project also, we had also been able to train our farmers and also establish somewhat soil and water conservation structures, such as water retention discs, percolation pits, and the diversion channels. All this we did it just to ensure that we restore the degraded farmland where that has already been abandoned. And as I talk right now, some of this land where we have been able to restore, the farmers are now able to plant their crops, and the crops that they are planted in such lands, they are now doing well. And particularly
Moving towards the banks, the scars of the past were visible. The project has now demarcated and planted a green buffer. It's a simple rule: let the river have its space, and it will give the community clean water in return. But conservation needs a tangible everyday victory. In Arabanga, the sound of rushing water now fills fish ponds. By harvesting tilapia instead of clearing riverbanks, families are finding that the environment is worth more alive than destroyed. Following the current into Yumbe, the river widened and the strategy changes. Here, the focus shifted to the lungs of the catchment, the wetlands. Here, WWF-Uganda supervised the delicate task of wetland restoration. In Amboji and Lewa, the project team used over 11,000 SISO steams to mark the boundary of water. It's a silent pact between the farmers and the river. 110 hectares of wetland are now breathing again.
Because of the sensitization, you can see currently, although it is a dry season, the water is intact. You can even see a lady washing here. Otherwise, during the other years, you could have not seen even a mere water around this area. But right now, the advantages are there. The buffer zones have managed to remain intact. You can see shrubs even growing in the really wetland area. You can see animals are now drinking water during dry season like this. They are now taking water here. Community members are fetching water here either for cooking or for washing clothes like the lady is doing right now.
Some parts of the Yumbe banks were dying. We targeted these severe sections with intensive planting, creating a 268-kilometer shield of indigenous trees that now stand as a wall against the sun and silt. In Ludara, the sound of the river is joined by the hum of bees. Apiaries have turned the forest into a gold mine of honey. And in the homes, the Lorena cookstoves are a revolution for the women. They use half of the wood, meaning fewer trees are cut and more time is saved.
The advantage for that one is one, it accommodates excess heat for cooking. That is the first advantage. Then the second advantage is the firewood number you are going to use here is a bit reduced. She was telling us if you bring maybe one bundle of firewood of this size, she could only use it within 2 days. But after constructing this, she can use that one bundle for 1 week, at times even 1 week and some days. Then the other advantage is when it comes to releasing smoke. The smoke only goes on one direction where you fix firewood from, meaning that the lady will always be on a safer side. Issues of maybe sneezing, maybe getting cough are a bit rare, even headache, as they continue to inhale them when they are cooking.
The reasons why we set up those all these income generating activities is to at least support our farmers such that they can now stop destroying the wetland, because most of them used to tell us that wetland is the area where they used to do their cultivation as they earn their incomes. So we have decided to give them fish farming, apiary and energy saving stoves as the alternative sources of income, so that they can be able to earn their sources of living also.
Finally, we reach Obongi. This is where the Kochi pays its debt to the River Nile. Tree by tree, the landscape is changing. Hundreds of hectares have been replanted with supervision from WWF. These are the shades for the next generation. In Obongi, the focus was simple. If we plant today, the river will flow tomorrow.
I have 4 acres of gamelina, and then others behind there is a teak. Yeah, I'm happy to work on this one because I have interest. I want to earn out of these trees. That's why I'm seriously looking away. Also, I need more support. I'm appreciating this project owners to bring also some other seedlings, different seedlings, different trees, because I still remain with enough land. You know, project of the trees is a future thing, not right now. I'm planning the future of the children, and also we want to protect our environment.
As of December 2025, the Integrated Water Management and Development Project in Kochi has officially concluded. The project has handed over the torch to the catchment management committees. The boundaries are marked and the livelihoods from honey to fish ensure that protecting the river is now a profitable choice, not a chore.